Get sheltzed today. Okay, guys. Good afternoon. So it's another fret job. Leveling and crowning and polishing. This one's the Ibanez GiO. And customer brought it to me the other day. And I'm just now getting to it. So I thought I'd let you see me go at it for a few minutes here. Already crowned these here. I colored the frets blue. Okay, that's so I can see my progress. And then you see this thin blue line. I hope you can see it anyways. That lets me know that the crown is there. That thin blue line right on the center, that's the crown. So, this one's about ready. Go to the next. That's how it's done. Yeah, let me stand up. That stool ain't working. Nothing special, just using a crowning file. It only takes off from the sides. That's why it leaves that thin blue line there. The top is untouched. We're just putting the crown back after it was leveled earlier. I'm sure you love that sound. Alright, so that one's done. We'll go to the next. It don't take long. There's another one done. So, anyways, that's how it goes. There's a lot to prepare to get to this, so, don't go buying a crowning file and flatten out your frets and think you're going to fix it. It don't work quite that easily. First, you have to make sure your neck is dead flat. So the way you do that is you got to have one of these, just a notched straight edge. It's milled on two sides so where it's perfectly flat. It's set up for two scales. This is 25.5, this is 24 3/4. Fender Gibson, right? So it'll fit right over the frets. And then I can look, see any daylight under there. I know it's not perfectly flat. And I adjust the truss rod until it is flat. I don't do it with any tape here, of course. I do that before I ever level everything and all that. So that's the first thing you got to do is get it flat. After it's flattened, I have this very heavy duty level. It's solid aluminum, not hollow, and it's been milled on two sides, so it's perfectly flat. Levels are perfectly flat anyways, but when you get them milled, they are as flat as anything can possibly be. This is sandpaper on here, very fine, and I will use that. The neck will be off the guitar, and I will use this to get everything level. This job is a partial level, so I'm not going to go past the 12th fret actually. This is where I'll stop. I won't go down here. So I left the neck on. I didn't use that beam. I used the smaller sanding block, radius block, and I sanded them to get them level that way, so that I keep the radius with the fingerboard the rest of the frets. And then, of course, this is the step I'm on now, putting the crown back on after they're leveled. And I know the crown's there once I see that thin blue line. I'm already seeing it here. Already seeing it there. See, it's going very fast now. See, that one's done already. It's going very fast now because this section of the fretboard down here, from the 12th on down, was not very worn. Let's see if I can move it up here a little bit. This section down here was not very worn. That's because they primarily played up here. It's where I call the cowboy chords. They primarily played there. Whoever used this guitar was playing primarily rhythm. Okay, rhythm players are up here majority of the time, right? And your shredders, they're down here, so you can kind of always tell. Excuse me, gotta adjust my camera. You can kind of always tell if the guy was a rhythm player or if he's a shredder by the way the frets are worn. So this had a lot of divots, little indentations from the strings, which it has none now, right? I took care of all that. So, but I had to level it in relationship to the higher frets. Otherwise these would be low and these would be high and it would never play right. It'd be fret buzzing constantly. So I had to plane it. So these got touched a little bit, not too much. It basically on a plane going that way. So that's why it's going faster now. As I do this, you see that? It's already got, well, you probably can't see it, but it's got a thin blue line already. It's already crowned. Because by the time I got to the 12th fret, I was already where I needed to be, crowned already. Already done. Here, took me much more crowning up here in the cowboy chords. Took me more time. Here, boom, done. Done. Now I didn't tape down here, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to use one of these. This is a protector. I have two sizes here, right? I'll use this bigger one. That'll keep my file from hitting the fingerboard. And that was done. Now I didn't really do these down here, but now this is too big. It won't fit there. That's why the smaller one. Put the smaller one in there and bam, you're back in business. Now, I didn't really hit these much, but I did hit them a little bit. And it looks like it stops right there. So I'm just gonna run the crowning file over it a little, very lightly, in case I made any flat spot and I've not seen it. This crowning file will get rid of something I can't see. tell I didn't touch them too, so I'm not even gonna bother. That's it. Now they've all been crowned. I'm gonna take my paper here. It's 800 grit, and I'll just sand over them. Make sure you can see, okay. I'm just gonna sand over. That will remove all my file marks. All right, so next time you see it, it'll be a done deal. Until then, peace out.